Well, hey everyone, it's Helen here again. I am so excited about this recipe. I got an email this week, actually a text from my daughter-in-law, Carrie, and she was showing me a picture of my son sacked out on the couch. She said that he had been so busy cooking that it wore him out. And that made me wonder, what on earth was he cooking? So she sent me the recipe, and it's for this delicious looking double hamburger, giant hamburger like this, wrapped in crescent roll dough and filled in the middle with spinach and onions, and I'm gonna throw some mushrooms in there today and some cheese. I'm using Swiss. It looks like it's going to be very good. So I figured if he can do it, then Mama better try. And so they were just raving about how good and how fun it was to make. Well, I thought we would make it today together and give it a shot. So I'm going to first of all start cooking my hamburger patty, and all you do is you take about a half a pound of hamburger meat and make a giant patty like this. Now what I did to make the patty this size is I actually pressed it into the pan while the pan was cool and then kind of slid it out. It did tear a little bit, but I was easily able to squish it back together. And then I took some steak seasoning and just sprinkled some on one side. And I'm going to go ahead and put that, I have washed my hands. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. It's falling apart a little bit, so I'll just work on, whoop, the pan's getting hot. Squish that together a little and sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on this side too. That's going to give it some nice flavor because I didn't add anything to the hamburger meat. Now I suppose if you want to get fancy and put in some onion soup mix with your hamburger meat or whatever seasonings you usually put when you make a hamburger, you could. But the recipe they showed was just to use the hamburger meat. So I thought it's going to need a little extra zing, so I added the steak seasoning. The Montreal steak seasoning would also taste good. Anything that you would like to put on a hamburger. I think that's what makes hamburgers so good, is you can just add to them whatever you want. Now we'll start working on what we're going to put in for the filling. I want this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the big burner. Okay, so I'm going to put in some butter just to help saute. Oh dear, where's my butter? Hang on, my butter's over here. Okay, I'm not very good at these cooking show things. And we're going to put just a little bit of butter in there to get the onions and the mushrooms going. So here's the onions. Here's the mushrooms. I just sliced them up. Well, the mushrooms I bought sliced, the onions sliced. Okay? Stick those, it's about one onion, just one onion. And we're going to let those all cook up together. And once they've all, this is sauteed, then I'm going to take a bag of spinach. I'm going to fill the pan up with the bag of spinach. I don't think it'll take the whole bag, but I'll kind of see how it goes. And then I'll come back and we'll show you what the next step is. So this is sizzling very nicely. When I think it's almost halfway cooked through, I will turn it like this. Woo! Wow, it's a big bird I have to flip. Okay, it's looking good. All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, so we're back. I have cooked the vegetables, finished cooking up that nice spinach and the onions and the mushrooms. And what I did is I put one of the hamburger patties on top of a round circle of the Pillsbury crescent roll. Not like the things you roll up to make the little, dinner rolls, but it actually rolls into a flat thing. I put that on. I put some Swiss cheese on there. Now you could put any kind of cheese that you wanted, I suppose, because hey, that's a burger, right? So whatever you're in the mood for. I was thinking it would be really good with bacon as well, but I didn't have any bacon. So, and then you take the other one, unroll it, and put it over the top, and pinch the sides together. All right, pinch them all together. And look at this. Oh my, this is a very big, funny looking burger. And the recipe said to put, sesame seeds on, but I didn't have any sesame seeds. Oh dear. You know what I forgot to do? All right, so you guys, this is just me. I forgot to put the burger on the top of everything. So let's try to open this up. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know. Well, I think it will taste okay. Oh my goodness. All right, here's the other burger. That goes on top, and then this goes over the top. All right, we'll see how it turns out. I'll kind of pinch it all together, and there it goes. The oven has been heated up at 350 degrees. I'm gonna pop it in there, and I'll let you know when it's done, how long it took to bake all this beautiful dough around the outside. I might cut a little bit of this off because I feel like it's just a little too much there. So I think I'll just cut off a little bit of this, trim it off a bit. You know, I made this, this is the first time I've made it, and did you see when I came back how it was already kind of half together? That's because I started talking about how I was making it and forgot to hit play. So then I had to take it off, start again, and it didn't look that great. And then I put the cover on it, the dough back over the top, and I forgot to put the top burger on, so you saw me have to take that off. Oh my goodness. Well, sometimes things just don't work out the first time, but you just keep trying, you plug along, you do your best. And if anybody knows me, you know I'm a little bit of a ditz, so we just do what we can, and it usually turns out pretty good. All right, usually. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the oven, and when you're done laughing at me, it probably should be done. All right, see you in a few minutes, and we'll take a taste. Okay, the timer just went off. I took a peek, and it looks good. 15 minutes is the time. So let me just pull it out of the oven here. Oh, yes, this looks good. Doesn't that look delicious? There's a little bit, a lot of dough around the outside. I probably should have trimmed some of that off, but I don't know, it's probably gonna taste really good. So I forgot to tell you in all of my ditziness when I cooked it wrong, when I wrapped it up without pressing the play button. And so I had to unwrap it all. And I forgot to tell you that my daughter and I had gone to the U-Pick place, and we picked these delicious tomatoes right off the vine. And so I cut up a few slices of that and also put that in between the patties. So I'm really looking forward to that fresh tomato taste in there. So I would imagine it's probably a good idea to let it sit for a little bit. Just from experience, kind of let it cool and sit and harden up a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and try a little piece. I have a nice clean knife. I just cleaned it off. And we're gonna cut, some juices are starting to come out of there. Ooh, ouch. Okay. I suppose I should have a little something to put it on, so just a minute. Here we go. I will just get a big plate because my little plates are in the dishwasher. All right, so let's see how, do you see that? Look, doesn't that look good? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess I do say oh my goodness a lot. My student from China is right. Whew. She's so cute when she says that. Okay, well there it is. And that just looks like cheesy, ooey gooey deliciousness. Oh my, this is gonna taste good. But I'm gonna let it cool for a second because I don't wanna burn my mouth. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I think it's cooled off enough now. And I was thinking, you could really stuff anything into this burger, anything you wanted. Even pineapple maybe would be good sometime if you like pineapple on your hamburgers, which I just love. Now I'm going to use some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. In our family, this is our favorite barbecue sauce because my husband's brother is named Ray. So we kind of helps remember him, and anytime we use the Sweet Baby Ray's, I say a prayer for Ray, and he's just a really fun guy. So anyway, so I'm going to use a little bit of that and try some, whew. All right, maybe I'll try a different pepper. Oh, it's so colorful. When you use fresh vegetables in your burger, they're so colorful. It's kind of falling apart, but hey, so I probably should use a knife. That's what my mom would say. Helen, go get a knife. All right, I'm making a big mess, but sometimes big messes actually taste really good. So here it goes. It's good. Success. So even though it was a little bit of a kerfuffle getting it made, it turned out great. So, you know, you don't have to be perfect in the kitchen. Some people are afraid to be in the kitchen because they think everything has to be perfect. And I know a lot of people who would have reset everything instead of just peeling the top off and trying again. But then that takes the fun out of it. So my philosophy is, if what you're doing isn't fun, then you're doing it wrong. Because God gives us all kinds of gifts and abilities and talents and even things that we're not good at, but he wants us to enjoy them. So enjoy it. Don't get so stressed out of having to do everything perfectly. It's not worth it. So I hope that you maybe try this really good recipe. I think it's one that kids would love. And Zach, this is great. Good job. I'm glad you shared your recipe, but I think I'm gonna go take a nap like you did. See you later, guys. Bye.